Hello and welcome back to vardagsprepping or everyday prepping. Today I'm going to talk about some things that we probably forget to talk about when it comes to emergency radios. So a lot of you guys maybe have seen the review of the best emergency radio you can get, which is the Sangean MMR 99. But I actually got a question, or I have received several questions, and I'm going to talk about them both. But first of all, I got a question: how do I charge my phone with this? And as you saw in my walkthrough, I showed you the connectors here, and there is a USB-A connector. So it's obvious you would use that, but and this is for the Sangean MMR 99. For other emergency radios, please have a look at the manual before you believe that you can charge your phone, because there is some radios, they need to be turned on to be able to charge. Some needs to be turned off to be able to charge, and for some you actually need to go into the menu to activate the function. So just to show you, here is the Sangean MMR 99. Here is my phone. I'm going to connect it. It's difficult with only... I've connected it. It doesn't charge. And even if I turn the... And even if I turn the radio on, it doesn't charge. That's strange. Yes, it is strange, because most of the emergency radios I've tried, they actually have had, I mean, you just put the cable in, a USB-A cable, and then you connect your device and it's charging. So that's why I ask you to check the manual. So for the Sangean MMR 99, which is the best emergency radio according to me you can actually get, you actually need to do your homework. So to be able to charge the phone, I think this is because they want to save on the battery and not, you know, having leaking power. So here you need to go to, you need to press menu. And then you need to find the choice that says factory, and then you press enter. And here you can see the factory defaults, and you can change them. So in the bottom of this, it says DC out off, and that's the factory default. So when you receive this radio, it's actually set up so you can't charge anything. So you need to press enter. DC out off, press enter, and then make sure it says on. Because what happens now is I take my phone, I open up the protection cover, I insert the cable, and boom, it charges. I think. Yeah, charging. So that's just a quick tip about emergency radios and their ability to charge your phone. And just to make a reminder, make sure that your radio is always charged. So please make a note to charge it every 6 months, or even better, every 3 months. So it's always topped up. And the other thing, read the manual. Make sure you try it out so you know how what you need to do to be able to charge your phone or any other device. And as I said before, don't believe 1 second that you'll be able to crank this radio if it's out of power, and crank it up so much that you can charge your phone, because the batteries here are good for radio receiving. So if you crank this for 10 minutes, you can actually listen for more than 1 hour of radio, but that wouldn't give you much power to charge your phone. So if you're using this as a backup power for your backup power bank, make sure it's charged, and when when it's not charged in a crisis situation, use the solar panel for a couple of hours or 6 hours or as long as, because this is really an emergency crank. And the other thing that we are going to show you about the Sangean MMR 99 today is how to change the battery, or to answer the question, can I change the battery in my MMR 99? Because as you probably know from my previous review of, this was the next best Sangean radio you could have. It's the MMR 88. Kind of looks like a cute little Lego version of the 99. But I loved this because it had a battery compartment. You could easily just pop out the battery, put in a new one. But the MMR 99 does not have that. And I was wondering, why? Are they, I mean, you make the best radio in the world and you can't change the battery, and there's no documentation on changing the battery. And then it struck me. This radio is classified as IP55. And you can read about it down here, what that means, because I don't remember. But the concept about IP classing is that this gives you numbers on how well the radio or the gadget withstands dust and water. So I guess since this is IP55, they need to make it somewhat water resistant, and that's probably why there is no battery compartment or hatch. But there are a lot of screws to screw. So I don't know what you call this, but this is a tool with 6, I don't know what it's called. I'll write it down here so you know. So if, because first when I had a look at this, I thought it was impossible to open. But then I actually tried, and using this, I can now start screwing the different parts out. So I already started my journey. So this black part can actually come off, and you need to be careful so you don't destroy the radio. And then for some reason you could also remove the, yeah, okay. So you can also remove the protection for the lamps if you need to change them. This is awesome. It's better than I thought, because I thought they had, put everything together and so you could never open it up or change anything. But this actually is better than I thought. So let's open this up as well and see what happens. Okay, so I removed the screws there, here and here. And now I need to gently remove this part. It actually looks kind of cute now when we remove this. It looks like a chubby little Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, I can already see where I need to do my surgery. So here you can see there is a line. So this is where we will open the radio up. And I have identified, I am a bit unsure, but there is somewhat like, yeah, so there is a screw in the where you put the handle, and there is a hole for screwing up here, and then also behind the antenna. So I need to just get a small screwdriver and open this up, and let's check it out. Okay, so I went home to get my screwdriver, and let's see if my assumption was correct. Yes, I can actually screw it out. Yay. And this is the last one. Lite skruv till det. So this is the innards of the MMR 99, and here is the battery. As you probably can see, it's not easily accessible, and quite frankly, I don't know if it's changeable, but there are some screws, and I will take them off and see if we can change the battery. Ooh. Okay, so I finally got it open. There were, after opening the radio, there was like 7 or 8 more tiny screws, and then I could start bending, and this is quite scary because I did manage to get the battery out. So it's an 18650 battery, a normal rechargeable battery, and I think if you follow the lines, you can see, let's see if you can see it. There is actually an adapter that you can easily attach. So you can pull it out, put in, use a new battery and put it in. And these are sold separately as well. I think they're all equipped with the connectors and stuff. If not, make sure you get one with a compatible connector. So the scary thing was that I had to, let's see, so I don't short circuit anything, I had to actually bend open the entire dynamo, which is for the crank, to be able to extract the battery. So that was kind of scary, and I don't like to use force, but it worked, and I think the radio is still on, so it's working. Okay, so let's make a wrap up. Is the battery changeable? Yes. Is it easy to change? Depends. If you're familiar with fine instruments and opening things up and then being able to put them back together and they work, it should be a half an hour project for you. If not, you're in for some work. It's not, I would say from a scale to from 1 to 10, this is a 4 or a 5 in difficulty. You just need to be brave and be careful so you don't break in anything. So yes, you can change the battery. It's not easy, like the MMR 88, but you can do it. So make sure you buy additional 18650 batteries. Make sure you have the right connector, and you should be good to go. All right, this concludes my tests. I'm actually I'll try to put everything back in place and see if the radio works again. Okay, I'm going to stitch this beauty up, or make sure. Oh, I just want to show you. Still works. And if you watch where's that thing? Yeah, you can see the green light that indicates it's actually charging when I crank it. Yes. The scary part with this little project was when I was putting it back together. It was actually impossible for me to get the battery cover back in place, because somewhere in the dynamo something had happened, so I actually had to open the casing for the dynamo as well, which was scary because I saw before me gears falling apart and everything, but yeah, I managed to do that, and the radio is still working, so whew. So I'm just going to put it back together, and it can still enjoy the service of our society and me. But I hope you've enjoyed this small walkthrough on how to change a battery on the Sangean MMR 99. And if you like the contents, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'll be doing a lot of more English speaking episodes. Tell your friends if they're interested, and give this video a like, and please comment if I'm just stupid or brave, or if you appreciated me doing this. So until next time, take care, prep on, and stay safe. Bye.